thanks. Time now is 8:17, and the IRS has extended the tax deadline to May 17th. Chase Wilsey of Wilsey Asset Management joins us now with what you need to know. Chase, good morning. Can you hear us, Chase?
So, what was that?
There we go. Okay, we have your audio now.
Perfect. You can hear me now?
Awesome. Yes, we can hear you now. Okay, lots to get to. First off, good morning to you. Let's start with this. What are some ways we can lower our taxable income for 2020?
Yeah, so a nice thing the IRS did here, of course, gives you a little bit more time to plan. And yes, you can still reduce that taxable income for 2020. Two ways that I look at here. Number one, you can contribute to an HSA account, which stands for a health savings account. These are just awesome accounts, highly recommended. You do have to have a certain type of high deductible insurance to make sure you can contribute to these. But the reason these are so great, as I said, you get the tax deduction for putting money into the plan. The money grows tax-free for you, and then there's no taxes when you pull the money out of the HSA plan, as long as it is for qualified medical expenses. The other account that you can contribute to, a little more well-known, I'd say, is the IRA, Individual Retirement Account. Contribution limit about $6,000 for 2020. But again, just a good thing to consider if you're looking at, gosh, I don't want to pay that much in taxes. You look at it, maybe contribute to one of those two accounts, or both if you have the available funds.
And Chase, I was going to just ask you about the IRA, but you answered my second question. Let's talk about this now, because the extension only applies to 2020 taxes, not 2021 estimated quarterly tax payments. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. And I did want to touch as well just briefly on the Roth IRA. I mentioned the traditional. You still have time to make those 2020 Roth contributions as well if you do have a Roth IRA and you qualify for that type of account. Slight difference from the traditional, as the Roth grows tax-free. But to answer your question on the 2021 payments, that is correct. A lot of times people think, oh, gosh, this is great. If I have quarterly payments, I don't have to worry about this. I got the IRS extended me to May 17th. That's not true. It's just for the 2020 taxes. So if you make those quarterly estimated tax payments, make sure you get that in by April 15th still.
All right, we have some information, too. So we're talking self-employment income, alimony, dividends. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so those are generally the people that need to make those quarterly payments. I mean, if you're just a traditional W-2 employee, you do your taxes once you're at tax time. This isn't really going to have an impact on you. But as you mentioned, if you have self-employment income, if you do receive alimony, if you have a large amount in dividends and capital gains, I mean, if you don't have a large account with dividends and capital gains, you're not going to need to make quarterly payments. But if it is an excess amount, yeah, you're probably going to be one of those people that actually needs to be part of that estimated tax program with the IRS.
Right, gotcha. Chase, too, out of curiosity, normally how many people have to pay taxes back to the government?
You know, this is an interesting one that I looked at, and I was kind of interested as well. The amount of people that make these estimated payments it's near 10 million, but actually the amount of people after tax time that owe taxes to the federal government in 2018 was the most recent data I could find. It was nearly 30 million people actually owed taxes at tax time. Huge number there, but that was also after the Tax Cut and Job Act in 2017. So I think it was a little bit of a strange time, a lot of changes there. My guess is somewhere around 20-25 million is more of a normalized number there.
Still a pretty big number, though.
Yeah, definitely. So make sure, again, you have those withholdings intact. I mean, that just tells you if you owe money at tax time, you may need to make some adjustments to your withholdings so April 15th doesn't come around in a traditional year and you're like, oh, gosh, I don't have any money for my taxes.
Yeah, well, now it's been extended. Okay, well, Chase Wilsey, we appreciate your time. Always good to see you. Thank you.
All right, great to see you as well. Thank you.
And you can be a superhero.